good morning. Or good afternoon, whatever time you're finding this. This is River from A Course in Miracles, and I'm here with Lesson 93. Lesson 93 is light and joy and peace abide in me. Light and joy and peace abide in me. You think you are the home of evil, darkness, and sin. You think if anyone could see the truth about you, he would be repelled, recoiling from you as if from a poisonous snake. You think if what is true about you were revealed to you, you would be struck with horror so intense that you would rush to death by your own hand, living on after seeing this being impossible. These are beliefs so firmly fixed that it is difficult to help you see that they are based on nothing. That you have made mistakes is obvious. That you have sought salvation in strange ways, have been deceived, deceiving, and afraid of foolish fantasies and savage dreams, and have bowed down to idols made of dust. All this is true by what you now believe. Today we question this, not from the point of view of what you think, but from a very different reference point, from which such idle thoughts are meaningless. These thoughts are not according to God's will. These weird beliefs He does not share with you. This is enough to prove that they are wrong, but you do not perceive that this is so. Why would you not be overjoyed to be assured that all the evil that you think you did was never done, that all your sins are nothing, that you are as pure and holy as you were created, and that light and joy and peace abide in you? Your image of yourself cannot withstand the will of God. You think that this is death, but it is life. You think you are destroyed, but you are saved. The self you made is not the Son of God. Therefore, this self does not exist at all, and anything it seems to do and think means nothing. It is neither bad nor good. It is unreal and nothing more than that. It does not battle with the Son of God. It does not hurt him, nor attack his peace. It has not changed creation, nor reduced eternal sinlessness to sin and love to hate. What power can the self you made possess when it would contradict the will of God? What power can the self you made possess when it would contradict the will of God? Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Over and over, this must be repeated until it is accepted. It is true. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Nothing can touch it or change what God created as eternal. The self you made, evil and full of sin, is meaningless. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God, and light and joy and peace abide in you. Salvation requires the acceptance of but one thought. You are as God created you, not what you made of yourself. Whatever evil you may think you did, you are as God created you. Whatever mistakes you made, the truth about you is unchanged. Creation is eternal and unalterable. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You are and will forever be exactly as you were created. Light and joy and peace abide in you because God put them there. So, in our longer practice periods today, they are recommending that they be most profitable if they're done for the first 5 minutes of every hour. Okay, so let's go ahead and Okay, let's practice this. All right, I just read it over a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and close our eyes. We're gonna do this practice. So we're breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. And noticing how you're breathing on your own. Where are you feeling tension in your body? And just acknowledging the tension and maybe seeing if that part of your body wants to relax a little more. And then we're going to say, light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Any other thoughts that try to pass, just like, nope, this is the truth. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. And then put away your foolish self-images. Spend the rest of this period trying to experience what God has given you in place of what you've decreed for yourself. You are what God created, or you're what you're made. One self is true, the other is not there. Try to experience the unity of your one self. Try to appreciate its holiness and the love from which it was created. Try not to interfere with the self which God created as you by hiding its majesty behind the tiny idols of evil and sinfulness you have made to replace it. Let it come into its own. Here you are, this is you, and light and joy and peace abide in you, because this is so. And then we're going to keep repeating. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. I'm going to read this one last part while we're sitting here with our eyes closed. You are what God created or what you made. One self is true, the other is not there. Try to experience the unity of your one self. Try to appreciate its holiness and the love from which it was created. Try not to interfere with the self which God created as you by hiding its majesty behind the tiny idols of evil and sinfulness you have made to replace it. Let it come into its own. Here you are, this is you, and light and joy and peace abide in you because this is so. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abide in me. And just allow yourself to feel the truth and the truth of this self. It feels expansive, gentle, holy, grace-filled, loving, kind, generous, overflowing with this light of sharing of itself with the world. It feels unlimited and joy-filled. Just feeling that. Allowing this self that's your truth to be here now. And just giving yourself permission, like, I'm going to allow these thoughts, myself to really, really believe these thoughts on every level. And if another set of thoughts is coming up and rejecting it or coming up with reasons why this isn't true, and you can sense that, we're gonna just say, I hear you. This is what I'm choosing now. I'm choosing to believe my sinlessness is guaranteed by God. And I appreciate you don't believe that. But I have to say, this is the self I'm standing with right now. And these are the thoughts I know are true. We have to allow ourselves to have these doubtful thoughts that bubble up. We allow them, and then we remember what we're practicing, and that we kind of use ourselves to say, is that true, what you're saying? That I'm not worthy when I was created by God, and God is holy, and holiness can only create like itself? And is it true that everything I do is horrible forever? Or if it's sinful or a mistake, is just awful forever when I'm in a body that I know will die and isn't my eternal truth? I am spirit. I know that part is true. But can I just question those doubtful thoughts and just come back to this lesson and say, you are what God created, or you're what you're made. I mean, you could choose to be what you made. One self is true, the other is not there. It will die and it will disappear. It is temporary. Try to experience the unity of your one self. Try to appreciate its holiness and the love from which it was created. Try not to interfere with the self which God created as you. Try not to interfere. Try not to interfere with it by hiding its majesty behind the tiny idols of evil and sinfulness you've made to replace it. Let it come into its own. Here you are. This is you. And light and joy and peace abide in you because this is so. I rest a little longer in this. This self, that's myself. Created by God. Always true. Always here. Allow yourself to soften into the practice, into the energy and the love and the joy and the light and the connection to something bigger, but that's also you, something expansive in your heart. Allow yourself to reveal itself to you, your true self. Allow it to come and be present and be here. And how fully can you allow it? How fully can you become the self? How fully can you breathe with this self? How fully can you love and allow with this self? How fully can you not let other thoughts interfere and just allow this self to show you the thoughts and the gentleness and the care and the compassion and the presence and the unlimitedness and the strength and the joy of itself to you. Be curious about that. What do I have to learn from myself? Be curious and aware. And allow, allow, allow. Remembering gratitude. And when you're ready, remembering this feeling, kind of just putting like a mental, hey, can I remember this feeling all through the day? This feeling of being connected. Can I carry this forward? And then when you're ready, I'm gonna bring my hands to heart center together at the heart and just softly opening the eyes and then just coming back to here. And the end of the lesson recommends, if a situation arises that seems to be disturbing, quickly dispel the illusion of fear by repeating these thoughts again. Should you be tempted to become angry with someone, tell them silently, light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You can do much for the world's salvation today. You can do much today to bring you closer to the part in salvation that God has assigned to you. And you could do much today to bring the conviction to your mind that the idea for the day is true indeed. So the first 5 minutes of every hour, you're gonna pause mentally, even if you're at work or wherever, and say, light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. And I think I'm gonna either write it on my arm, or I'm going to put it in write it on a piece of paper and put it in my pocket so I remember every hour. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day and you feel this presence and this joy with you. Thanks again. Take care.